Yo, what's good, family? Working Class Intellectuals Podcast. We back on deck. You know what it is. Back in the building. I am your host, Dr. Joseph Richardson, a.k.a. JoJo, Philly Uptown 215. You know what it is. Family and friends, that's what they know me as. And I'm here with my co-host, the Revolutionary.
Hey, guys, the Revolutionist Che. Y'all already know what it is. My words of wisdom for today is 2015 was practice. 2016 was warm-up. 2017 is game time, baby.
We got some players in the building. So you know
Fairmont,
how this guy set up the story.
Yeah.
You know I got backdrop.
Yeah.
So listen.
Let me do it. I got it.
Nah. I gotta tell it. Nah, I'm gonna let you do your
Go
story.
ahead.
But I gotta tell the story. Because your story is more important, but I got a more personal side of the situation. So my wife is a graduate of Fairmont Heights. And so when you asked me, 2 weeks ago or last week, I was really going to go on the strength of her. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to show up at y'all game.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I decided to kick my feet up. I'm sorry. But we got y'all here anyway. But, so I have a personal tie to Fairmont Heights because my wife always bigs it up. And when she heard y'all won the championship and y'all was going to come on to the show, she was really excited. So that's my story.
Yeah.
It ain't really that special.
Yeah, I think mine is a little more, I guess, for lack of words, long story-wise. I've known these three guys since they was 7, 8, 9 years old, you know what I mean? I watched these young men go from boys into young men, man. I mean, I coached them, who I coached, with the South County organization. And to see these young men win the state championships now, I'm really proud of y'all, man. Like, no bullshit, man. I'm really proud of y'all, man. Y'all really deserve this, man. Just to see y'all made it, it brought tears to my eyes, man, because it shows me that all the hard work, all the times we can cuss y'all out, you know what I'm saying, made y'all run, y'all don't like us, we don't like y'all, you know what I'm saying, that's what, now y'all here. So I respect, you know what I'm saying, Fairmont, I definitely respect all 5 of you guys sitting right here, the whole team, I'm definitely proud of you guys, I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. These 3 fellas right here, man, I know they was like this.
So we about to get into
we about to get into it for real.
So so for those who listen to the show, because we get people listening from all over the country.
Shout out Canada.
Shout out Ecuador. Shout out Singapore. Shout out all the people that listen to us. Y'all gonna be heard all across the world. But listen, you got the state champions in the building.
Fairmont
Heights. Salute them.
Come on, man. Y'all got Shout out the state champs, man. Fairmont.
I'm like, I think y'all want some wine or something, but y'all ain't getting that. So listen, we got the state champions here in the building. I've never been in the presence of a state championship high school team. All my high school teams suck. So I want to ask y'all, man, how does it feel? We got a couple brothers who got nice medallions around their neck. How does it feel to be the state champions?
Well, first, let's introduce them. That's all here. Position.
Yeah, let's go with it.
And name.
My name.
And we want to ask you what you plan to major in when you go to college.
You better
Let's go that route too.
My name is Yolando Reed II. I'm a power forward / center. My GPA is currently a 3.125. And I want to major in engineering.
Salute.
My name is Mandell Quigley, and I play point guard, and my current GPA is a 3.8, and I want to major in sports and medicine.
My name is Darren Lucas-White.
Jesus!
That's what y'all call him?
I call him Jesus.
Black Jesus?
Light skin Jesus.
I play point guard / shooting guard. My current GPA is a 3.7, and I'm majoring in sports medicine.
My name is Kimani Benjamin. I'm a forward. My current GPA is 3.425, and I want to major in psychology.
My name is Jakale Norman. I play point guard and shooting guard. My current GPA is a 3.5. I want to major in business.
My name is Che. I'm 6'3", 3, I want to major in, I want to be like these guys, man. I want to be like these guys, state champions, man. I want to be like Jesus.
So what's it feel like, brothers? What it feel like to be walking around state champions?
I mean, it's just like unbelievable. Like, we still live in the moment, but like last year, like coming in as a freshman over at Fullerville, a lot of like the attention was mainly on our girls because they was back-to-back champions. So like now we in that position and like we champions, so it just don't feel real. But like we walk around now like we proved something, but it's still more stuff to prove.
Like what?
Like us playing ball at the next level or being successful like our coach said.
So I want to set this up because y'all were at so for the people that don't know, y'all was at a totally different high school. Y'all was at Forrestville, and then your high school closed down. And you guys had the option that you could have gone to at least 2 different schools that I know of. You could have gone to Suitland or you could have gone to Fairmont Heights. And so you guys ended up going to Fairmont. There's a documentary, it's called We Are Kings, and it's actually set in Philadelphia where I'm from. It actually is set at a high school that's around the corner from where I'm from, my block. And it's about how a school which was called Germantown High, basically it closed down, and the players that were on the football and basketball team had to go to King, and King was their rival. And so all the players ended up going to King. They had to merge their teams with their rival high school, and at first it wasn't a smooth transition. But ultimately, at the end of the year, they ended up winning the city championship by merging the 2 schools. So, what were kind of the challenges in the same vein? What were kind of the challenges for y'all coming from Forrestville and then coming over to Fairmont and having to transition from one school to the next? And still dealing with the players that they had on their squad and all the students that they had at their school. What was that transition like for y'all?
I mean, our transition was okay for the most part. For the most part, but in the beginning, it was just competitive on both ends. And basically, school-wise, it was actually good. It was a good transition.
What was good about it though?
It was like the teaching-wise and the students. Because at Fairmont, it's mostly about academics.
So were y'all embrace coming over there?
No.
Because I'm sure they were like, what's these Forrestville dudes coming over there?
I mean, yeah, but he wasn't worried about it.
I mean, like, the transition was, like he said, teaching, but at Fullerville, we didn't have no, like, advocate that, like, really supported us with our grades and stuff as much as this staff over here does. And, like, they really care about that more for the first part. But at Fullerville, I mean, they cared, but it was more on the basketball side.
So how was it when, as far as for Fairmont, when you have, I guess, 3 outsiders or whatever outsiders coming in to your gym, how hard was it to welcome them with open arms? Like, were you guys accept? Like, was you guys, you know what I mean? You know what? Let's win this championship. We like, hey, look, I don't even know y'all. So
Right.
I don't know y'all.
Did they accept y'all?
You know what I'm saying? How was it?
For the most part, we was like really competitive like, when they first started coming over, and we would have some downs, but we got over it, and we took them in as our home, as family. So
We actually put a body in this guy.
Yo, hold on. We don't want to indict nobody.
Hold up.
We talking about bodies.
What
What
that
you
mean?
mean, man?
How you dunk on me if you got past me, bro?
You got dunk on you?
He
Dunk
got
on
past
you?
me.
Dunk on you?
you still
It
jumped
was
though,
top 10 ESPN.
Yes, we
You got any footage?
I act like I ain't give him 30 when he before, definitely gave him 30 on his head.
Hey,
So when y'all got to Forrestville, how competitive was it with? Because they already had their squad established at least from the year before, right? I mean, when y'all got to Fairmount, how difficult was it when you coming over from Forrestville to Fairmount? They already had their crew established. Was it competitive? Was it a lot of envy, jealousy? How did that work out?
I mean, it wasn't no jealousy, but in practices, in the beginning of the school year, we was just running like full court games. So you had to show you wanted to be out there.
Yeah, the best gonna ball, the best gonna start, right?
Yeah.
So how many dudes from Forestville stayed on the squad the year before?
5.
That's not bad. But damn, y'all can basically dominated the crew then. Right? It's like 7 of y'all.
And it's like,
No, it's just
nah,
5
it's
of
more
us.
than that.
Like 5 or 6.
So counting down. Okay, so let's get to the season. Mid-season, what y'all think? What's going on in y'all minds?
Mid-season.
Mid-season.
I mean, actually, in the mid-season is when it started getting tough. We started losing games we weren't supposed to lose, not finishing games out. But at the end of the day, we all know we wanted the state title, so we had to do whatever we had to do.
So as far as when you guys start losing games, how did you guys motivate yourself or the team to be able to come out with state champs? Because if you losing games mid-season, you know what I mean, it don't look like it's going to be a very active season for you guys. You know what I mean? So what was said, or how did you guys form
How'd y'all
together
address that?
to be able to win the title, state championship?
We just stuck together. I mean, we would tell each other in the group chat to keep our heads up after a tough loss. Because, you know, we're going to make up for it the next game. And games to come.
oh, and like, that too, and then when we came to practice, we knew the little mistakes like free throws and point guards, like take care of the ball. We knew we had to practice those things and improve those things in order for it not to happen. Or like so we can minimize it.
So when you guys, I guess midway through the season, you guys are tired. I mean, of course, you guys are studying. Like, what's going on in your mind as far, you know what, it's playoff time, or however you guys do it. The championship is however many miles away. Like, what's going on in y'all head to keep y'all motivated? I mean, it's late in the season. I'm sure everybody beat up. You know what I mean? I'm sure that if you guys are tired, I mean, what happens? Who steps up and says, you know what, let's win this title?
I mean, like we all knew, like nobody around the league could really, like,
Rock with y'all.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And pretty much, like, we knew if we would quit, like, no matter of fact, we knew we had something to prove. Because, like, our coach always used to tell us, like, people used to us losing and stuff like that. But we knew going into the playoffs, like, it's only so much we could take. So we got tired of losing. And we just had to turn it up a notch.
Right. So when you say turn it up a notch, explain, getting into a little more. You know what I'm saying, feels as far as you should mean by turn it up. Like, what y'all had to do? Like, what was the game? Like y'all remember a specific game where y'all knew if y'all ain't turn up right now, y'all was done for it.
Yeah. I mean, Havre de Grace, it was a tough game. People had to step up, and they stepped up.
What does it take to be a champion now that you're champions? Now you look back and you would have saw another team with y'all had some friends on another team. What does it really take to be a champion?
Teamwork.
Sacrifice.
What did you sacrifice though?
Our bodies, mainly for the most part. Because, like, our coach always tells us it's 7 important plays in the game. And one of them, it was clutch. Like, them two, like, Alieu scored on our team. And he fouled out. But he was still in the game. And our big man, he haven't taken the charge all year. And Coach Chuck told him, he said, watch, he gonna take a charge and we gonna win the game. And he took the charge. And we actually won that game.
And our coach always tells us to be selfless, like to play for the man next to us. And that's what we did.
So I think you three guys might know this, man, and because you said selfless and you guys are a team. What's our motto? I'm my what?
Brothers keeper.
I'm my what?
Brothers
Brothers
keep,
I'm my what?
Brothers keeper.
What that mean to y'all?
got your brother back. Do whatever.
Everybody.
To be your brother's keeper is like you gotta stick with them through thick and thin. Even if you know they're not doing wrong, you gotta keep them on the right track.
Have there ever been incidents that y'all had, I'm sure there were over the season where you had to be your brother's keeper?
Plenty of times.
Like what? What happened?
So many.
What's a good example?
Let's talk about more. Let's do it towards the academic. might have to pull your brother aside, like, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? You getting this, you need me to help you, or is there any situations like that where y'all was helping each other as far as book-wise, or?
With math, Eccles was struggling with math, so I was telling him if you needed some help, he could have just told me. I could have helped him out. Then he started going to tutor. So.
Is there any other situation that y'all can remember where you actually had to help a brother?
Let's just say, it don't have to be on the court.
You don't have to be on the court. It can be outside the court.
Outside of the court.
We always, in the group chats, we always ask each other about homework and stuff. Like, if we don't know how to do it, and somebody else knows how to do it, they can help us on it, and things of that nature.
So was there ever actually actual play where you had to help your brother, you had to sacrifice your body, you had to sacrifice a foul, whatever happened on the court? Because you guys have had an instance where you had to help your brother.
When our point guard Juwan, he was about to steal somebody in the face. To stop him, we had to hold him back because he was about to crush that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as it's 20 seconds left, it's 15 seconds left, and it's a specific play that the coach might have ran for you guys, or you see somebody else was lacking on defense, you had to come over, anything like that?
Yeah, we gotta drag somebody.
Yeah.
We always hold each other accountable on plays.
What you mean by hold each other accountable?
Like if we see somebody not playing help side defense, or they're not in the right position, we point it out to them, and we make sure they get it right the next time.
Were there any situations where somebody was just like lighting y'all up and y'all had to clamp down, like you had to tell? Because sometimes, you know, y'all might be playing somebody giving somebody 30 or 40, and some teams will be like, you ain't checking your man, and they won't come up and provide help. Is there any situations like that?
There's a couple of those.
I know it had to be, that's why I'm bringing it up.
I mean, like, our regional championship game, it was one guy.
Yeah.
And in our states game, it was one guy. But he gave us 19, but the 19 don't matter because we walked away with the, you see the medallion.
Because, I mean, I know Shay coach, I coach, and a lot of times when you coach a team, it's the chemistry, right? And it's about how guys, you know, manage to function under pressure. Because sometimes you might have a crew, and you can have a lot of nice guys on your team, but people start pointing fingers, start arguing with each other. Has that ever been an issue, Chuck?
Man, I don't think that's, I don't really think that happened. We all, like, when something go bad, we all make a disagreement or agreement and try to figure out what we need to do right.
Like, you see, like, on the court, especially for the guys, for the fighters on the court, you see one man doing something, or one man struggling at something. We talk about communication, so if that's the case,
Right.
You gotta talk to him in order to see, if you see somebody, yeah, he cutting back door or something, and if his man cut back on him, that's still your fault too.
Exactly. So what's your relationship off the court?
It's real good. We root at the rec. Like, we usually go to the rec where he live at, but now we usually go to their rec. Like, we started, because it be like the whole Fairmont and people around the way that come in. We just all.
So outside of hooping at the rec, do y'all do anything else together? Outside of like balling?
I mean, we would go out to, like, movies or something like that, somewhere fun or something.
Like David Buster's.
So, was there ever like a specific time when you guys were at practice, y'all were dog tired, coach talking about, hey, let's do 20, 30, 40 more suicides,
And you wanted to walk out?
and you wanted to walk out? Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what's going on in your head when you're going through that.
We wanted to fight. We waiting on one dude to come and practice, and we coach doubling it up, or we gotta do 70 lines every minute. He late,
Double up.
and he come in there like 30 minutes late,
Just
walking in there like
Sure.
nothing. So we all looking at him like, what's up with him?
So when a dude on your team does that, how do y'all hold them accountable? Because one thing for the coach to make y'all run, y'all do lab suicides, whatever. But how do y'all as a team outside of your coach hold that dude accountable?
And like we said, we sacrifice. Like at times they probably don't get the consequence, but we know after practice we gonna smack at him. Like during practice, we just gonna run for him. But after practice, he getting the heat. Like
How about AAU? Any of y'all playing AAU?
yeah, we play with y'all.
Y'all play with on the same squad?
What's the name of the squad?
What's the AAU squad now?
South County Steelers.
South County what?
Steelers.
Okay.
So have y'all won it? How's y'all record in AAU?
I mean, we didn't start yet, but
I mean, from last year, it's like tournaments, so we wasn't really.
we didn't really do nothing last year.
Yeah.
I mean, when y'all state champ, it don't even matter what y'all did last year or the year before. You know what I mean? Can't too many young men at y'all age consider themselves state champions.
So now that y'all won state champs, how's your life changed? Like you got college recruiters coming at you, new girlfriends, girls are coming out the woodwork that wasn't talking to y'all before. What's going on?
You just get more love. Like now, all of a sudden, everybody love you because you're doing good. But when you was losing, ain't nobody want to be with you, and nobody want to ride with you. But when you get in the W, everybody gonna want to be with you.
That's usually how life is.
So I want all of you guys to answer this question. If you can give me 3 words on describing yourself and your mindset about basketball, what would it be? Start with you, Roger. Give me 3 words.
Passion, sacrifice, and emotion.
I say love, sacrifice, and mental.
I would say loyalty, again, sacrifice, and I guess passion about it.
I would say selfless, sacrifice as well, and love.
That's it. I say love, dedication, and sacrifice.
So what does sacrifice mean to you guys?
I mean, pretty much you taking risks for not just yourself, but for the most part for the next man. Not really worrying about yourself. You know what I mean? Like they say with blessings, you bless somebody else with something that you turn around and you can get blessed, like most likely. Well, on the positive side, not really.
But what's really impressive about y'all is all of y'all have over 3.0s. Like some of y'all got 3.8s. So how do you manage to balance, sports with your academics to all have over 3.0s? Because you got plenty of people that not playing any sports at all that's not even getting close to a 3.0.
We had a study hall every day for an hour and a half, where we get our work done. And even some days when we don't have practice, we still have study hall, so we can all get our work done.
And it ain't no point of being that good on the court if you don't got the grades, but the school is just good for no reason. Just because they're racking ball every day, say you could have been great, you could have went to the NBA. All you had to do is have the grades.
Man, once again, man, I think you guys, come a long way, man. What was y'all record?
What was y'all record last year? At Varsville.
It was like
7 games.
Like 5 and
5 and 12, something like that.
Like 5 and 14 or
5
something.
and
We play like 20 games.
So y'all went from 5 and 15
To state champs.
champs.
Hey, Slim, if y'all gonna use that for motivation, I don't know what else y'all need. Y'all young black men, I want y'all to understand this. Y'all can accomplish anything y'all want to
Anything
in
you want
life.
to.
If you want to be a professor, if you want to be the president, if you want to go to NBA, if you want to go to the NFL, whatever you want to do, if you set your mind to it and you believe it, guys, you guys can get there, guys. It don't matter what nobody else say. You guys got to develop that hunger that's inside y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever y'all want to do in life, Slim, y'all really can do it, man.
And y'all already proved it. I'm going
State
from 5 to
champ. Shout out
15
Fairmont
state
Heights, man.
champ.
State
How many
champions,
people
man.
y'all had to go through in the playoffs? How many teams?
It's 7 games, 5 games, 5 and 2 to go up there.
So did you know at the beginning of the playoffs that y'all was going to win that? How did you know?
I guess we better speak to you guys here, coach, in a second, man. But when it comes down to it, man, everybody in 11th grade, y'all ready for next year? What y'all gonna do prepared for next year? What's going on?
I'm back hungry.
Get better every day.
What else?
How you gonna repeat?
Get better every day. Build a stronger connection with the coaches, coaching staff, and our teammates. We can have better chemistry going in.
What's up with them SATs? You take them yet? PSATs?
I take the BSAT.
We're gonna be looking for y'all here in Maryland. Some of y'all got to come to Maryland.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Y'all at Fairmont Heights, man. Maryland Big Ten now, man. So we gotta make some things happen, man. But look, man, we gonna holler at y'all, coach.
We want to salute y'all.
Hey, state champs,
Appreciate y'all coming.
Shout out to Fairmont
I
Heights.
wish I could grab one of them medallions, but I can't. Shout out to the Heights. Y'all got anybody y'all want to shout out?
Shout out my dudes.
Everybody get a shout out.
Shout out CBG, man.
Shout out my brother Sackle, and shout out PG Phil. PG Phil, don't forget about that.
So the conversation continues.
Part
You know, we part two. We just had the players on, but now we got one of the more other instrumental person in the whole scheme of things in this championship run. Before we get to the real important people, we ain't bring them on yet. But we got some of the most important people, because as a coach, I recognize all the time and effort that you got to put into coaching. And actually, I wrote an article about it, like the importance of how African American male coaches often serve as social fathers for young brothers, in the absence of either their fathers or in addition to the fathers that they had. And I think I kind of want to start right there. Is outside of the coaching, like in what way have y'all, with these 12 young men that you have, or young brothers that you have under your wing, how have y'all been more than just coaches?
Well, first thing we try to make sure that we do something that's all encompassing for the guys. It's not just basketball. In fact, basketball is typically the last thing we get to do. Like they said, we sit in study hall for 2 hours a day, or anywhere between an hour and 2 hours a day. Even on days when we don't have the gym. Like for one thing, we only got one gym at our school, so we get kicked out a lot. If it's not, basketball season, the football team may take the gym, or the volleyball team may take the gym, and at times we gotta be creative with these guys. So, they talk a lot about sacrifice and family, because we try to make sure it is all encompassing, and we do, some different things to grow these guys socially, like dressing up for games. Guys having to wear ties for the first time, and things like that. And then we're big on routines. We try to teach them that those routines that we get into, that's important, because when you go forward, when you're a man and you get older, no matter what, it's going to teach you. It's going to be some things you can fall back on, because we've shown these guys. My routine as a man, I get up in the morning, I go to work, and then I leave there and I come to the school, and that's my routine. And it teaches the guys how to be better men, better fathers, better husbands. So they think we teaching them about basketball, and for real, we teaching them how to be better men.
I ain't even give y'all proper introduction. These are the two coaches of the Heights.
Shout out to Fairmont Heights head coach, assistant coach, state champions, man. We respect what y'all doing with me. How long has it been? Was it 30? How many years?
36.
36 years.
36 years we put.
But
Last
born,
time
I
y'all
wasn't even born.
Last time y'all won the championship.
One of us was.
So now, so, was there ever a certain time where, I mean, as coaches, it's mid-season, you're just like, you know what can I tell these guys to motivate us? And if you did have something to tell them, what did you say?
Well, mid-season, we got into a little funk there. We were 11-4. We thought we were world beaters. End of the season come around, we 11-8, and you know we went through a funk. And so basically, we got down to the point where we told the guys we got to get back to the basics, because we can keep trying to move forward and push through this wall, but realistically, is that going to help us? So we went back to the basics. You know, I think we lost sight of that in the middle of the season.
And when you mean back to the basics, meaning what?
Oh man, we went all the way back to practice plan number 1.
Sure did.
You know, defense. And the last 2 weeks of the year, I think we might practice for an hour and 40 minutes, 2 hours. 90% of it was defense.
Wow.
Defense and free throws. And ultimately, what ended up winning the championship for us was defense and free throws.
So, the last 15 to 10 seconds, state championship game, what's going on in you guys' mind?
I was waiting to see when he was gonna start crying. That's what
I'm an emotional guy, man. I'm just not gonna hide it. So.
So the last 10 seconds, you guys are like, you know, I'm emotional. Like, what's the speech that you give these guys after a state championship, man? After coming from, was it 11-8 you said?
11-8.
What's the speech you gave before y'all go out?
Man, the speech I gave before the game, I try to pride myself on really reading my Bible before every game and giving it to the guys. What I read before the game was 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 4. And if you'll indulge me to actually read this,
Break it down.
I don't want to butcher this, man, because I will say this: I am definitely, I'm still working on myself. And so this is something I do daily with the guys whenever we have games. And before I even start talking to them, I give them an opportunity to just reflect. And it's a quiet period before I even start talking about what I'm doing. And so this is my message for the day. I mean, for that game. Alright, so it was 2 Corinthians 1:4. And the message was, He comforts us in all our troubles. And so I get this as like a daily devotional I get every day. And it was entitled Comfortable in Uncomfortable Places. And so now I'm sitting there before 15 guys who've never been in a state championship game before. Guys who have lost the first, second round of the playoffs. I myself as a second-year head coach. So having gotten that message that morning, God was telling me, man, I got you here. Just trust that I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and that everything gonna be okay. Comfortable in uncomfortable places.
Damn, these guys have to think about it. Say it again.
Comfortable in uncomfortable places.
So how many times have you been in an uncomfortable place during the season?
Man, I've been in uncomfortable places all my life. Man. Yeah.
So you're from this area?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
yes, indeed. In fact, I graduated from Forestville.
Okay, shout out to Forestville.
I got to college because of Fairmont Heights.
Okay.
So, like, putting these kids together, like this is a dream come true for me, man.
So how was it, like, getting however many from Forestville coming to Fairmont? Like, what were some of the thoughts that you had positively, as far as combined in the two teams?
Positively, I knew it was a lot of talent in Forestville that really was untapped. You know, what I had coming back was, again, a lot of talent that was truly untapped. But I was blessed that, again, like these guys talked about, when they came in, it was really seamless, and they got along so quickly, which I didn't expect. But this, you know, these new age kids, these new millennials, are a little bit different than myself being a Gen X guy. Like I would have been trying to be an alpha male the whole time, and you gonna have to come in and prove that you better than me.
You better than me.
Whereas these guys are like, hey, you're pretty good. Come on. A little bit different. A little bit different. I don't know. What you think, Coach D?
Yeah, I like what your first words were when they got in and said, there is no Fairmont, there is no Forestville, we're a team. And he didn't want to hear anything about these people, those people. We were the people.
I made them all stop wearing both high school stuff for a long time.
That's what's up.
Don't walk in here wearing no Fairmont stuff. Don't walk in here wearing no Forestville stuff. Nobody's earned it yet.
So the question I'm really interested in, because it's difficult to coach, but it can be easy if you have two people that you're coaching, like a person that you're coaching with that can make the job easier for you. How has that played out for both of y'all? Because you probably wouldn't even be at the place you are if it wasn't for both of y'all and the chemistry y'all had together. So how has that played out for y'all as coaches together to be on the same page?
Well, I knew we were going to be great because I recruited him coming out of college. Coming out of high school, I recruited him. Now, he didn't come play for me, but there were years when he was coaching on a college level and I was coaching on a college level that we used to sit in the University of Maryland and watch the high school kids play and just basically talk about this philosophy, that philosophy. So we were friends before we started working together. And that we knew that once we got together with this project, it wasn't going to take us long to be successful. All we needed was for the young men to buy in.
Honestly, we said we would win the state championship in year 3.
Yeah, we did.
So y'all did what, a year?
Yeah, yeah.
Salute to that.
Absolutely. But you know what? Once we finally got this team together, we kept telling them, hey, fellas, let's not wait till your senior year. Let's go and get it done. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that, you know, it's other members of our staff that's not here with us today. And some very important pieces. Coach Andre Hardy, who was a good friend of mine that grew up with me.
I recruited him too.
The JV coaches, Dave Baskin, Aaron Wise, Chris LeGrand. But more importantly, the one that's actually in the building with the guys every day is Coach Shonda Pegram. In fact, she's the only female assistant coach in the state of Maryland.
Shout out to her.
Absolutely. Well, she does a good job. She does a great job. She looks out for the guys at school. She's got like this little room in the back of her science classroom that she calls the kitchen. And our moms over there, they stock up the kitchen. Well, they try to keep the kitchen stocked up. But why two?
Why two? What about two boys?
It's not just him. It's Eccles too. But the guys, you know, get the opportunity to go in there during the day and eat, you know, some snacks. And then she looks out for all the academic stuff as well. She keeps all the parents updated on the academic problems.
How much of a relief it was to know that majority of players have over 3.0?
Oh, they ain't start like that.
They ain't start like
That's all Coach P right there.
Okay.
So how'd y'all get them to that point?
Diligence, routines,
Running.
running, a lot of running, yelling. In fact, you know what? I'm happy that this kid is with us today. But the kid Jakale Norman, who was just up here talking to you guys, like he's one of the biggest success stories of my career. Like we can talk about the state championship, but in the grand scheme of things, the state championship don't mean nothing. It pales in comparison to this kid, who was a 0.75 GPA and now he sits at a 3.63 GPA, and it's all because he made a commitment that, all right, I flunked first quarter, but you know what? I'm gonna come to study hall every day anyway, coach, because I know ultimately I want to be here, and I wanna further my basketball skills, and I like what you got to offer. And he came to study hall every day, and now this kid ain't been under the 3. I think a 3.25 was like the lowest he's been.
Wow, that's amazing.
Since then.
That's amazing. Salute that. What's the difference between teaching on a collegiate level and a high school level?
Is this a family broadcast?
It's uncut.
Yeah, okay.
It's uncut.
It's a little bit no holds bar, a little bit more no holds bar at the collegiate level. Don't get me wrong. I definitely, and I got the luxury of having great parents who do, let me not hold any punches with the guys. I can kind of jack them up a little bit to a certain degree, because one, we're trying to teach them what it's going to be like at the collegiate level, and two, it's reality. If we shelter these kids too much, then they lose grips of what reality really looks like. And I think we got a group of guys who really firmly understand, truly what reality, looks like.
One of the things that we want them to understand is when you get on a college level, they give you a letter of intent to sign. But that's a 1-year renewable document.
Right.
So if you can sign a letter of intent and think you're going to be there for 4 years and find yourself not doing what the coach wants, and you're done after that year. So our guys are understanding that I've got to compete, I've got to be ready, because when they leave us, we want them to go and have a great college career, both in the classroom.
How y'all follow up with this? Because you got these guys going into their senior year. They want it in the junior year. How do you when you plan to do it in your third year? So you got the third year coming up. How do you repeat it?
Like I've been telling them boys this all week. Like Drake said, we going back to back. I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you. Like that's the bar. We're 8-time state champions at Fairmont Heights. That bar is at the ceiling.
Wow.
And now all you can do is jump over it.
So to kind of close out this conversation, I'm going to kind of get something from the parents. If you could give me 3 words about this season, what 3 words would you give me?
Dedication, sacrifice.
Why dedication?
Because these young men and these coaches are putting out, they could do other things. They could be out in the street, they could be in a lot of trouble, but they are sacrificing to come and do exactly what the coaches are asking them to do. Whether they come home hurt, crying, talking about each other, or whatever the case may be. But every day they're coming back doing the same thing. So they're sacrificing their youth time to be out there at school.
Nah, I salute them totally. Well, what kind of sacrifices as a parent have you made?
You better tell them. We have sacrificed everything. Some of these kids are coming from a 1-parent home, so therefore we are sacrificing making sure that they get to practice, they're getting from practice, anything that they need. It's just a lot of sacrifice for us as parents, but we wouldn't do it no differently.
When you knew that your child was going to be on this team, did you know what it was going to entail as far as the amount of work that you had to put in, just as a parent?
Oh yes, I mean I've been doing this for the last 20 years with youth organizations, with the South County Steelers and all. But with this particular team this year, I think it's just been more in depth, more sacrifices than we ever had. But in the end of it, it's been a great year. I'm just so thankful that I chose to bring my son to Fairmont, which he could have gone,
Right.
all of them could have gone anywhere else. But I believed in Coach Chuck, Coach P, Coach Ern, all of them, but to see it happen was a wonderful thing.
So it takes a lot to like hand over your child, your son, to a man that you don't know.
Yes.
What was it about them that you observed where you were like, okay, I feel comfortable letting these two men, or whatever additional men were part of it, and women were part of this process of kind of handing over somewhat of your kind of parental rights and responsibilities to them to become social parents in a sense, to a certain extent, when you're not there?
Well, all the parents said that we didn't mind for them to teach our kids, and we was okay. They called us, and they knew that if we had any questions or any doubts, that the parents that I around, we're gonna ask questions, and we're gonna be there. So we was fine with it, and they showed us that they was concerned about these kids, and not just on a basketball level. My son was never like a 3-point anything, you know, but to see him doing his homework, to see these guys doing their homework is just phenomenal.
So what's your plans as we go forward? Now what we gonna do for?
We're gonna take a vacation.
Back to back.
Right.
So we gotta win another one.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. It'll be their senior year. We're looking forward to it.
And I want to shout out Mom Deuce, man. I've been knowing for a very long time, and she's always been there for the children. It makes a beautiful person here, man. Words can express how much love I got for this woman. You understand what I'm saying? So, guys, you really have a hell of a support team with all the parents here. I've seen all these parents for many years, man. I really want, first of all, fellas, give our parents
Let's
applause.
give them a round of applause. Parents and coaches. We can sit here and we can talk all night about it, but they're about to kick us out of the studio. But I want to thank, this is about the most packed studio we've ever had, easy.
Easy.
And I want to thank the players, I want to particularly thank the coaches, and I want to definitely thank the mothers. Because without the mothers, we wouldn't be able to do anything.
And the popses.
And the fathers.
And the fathers.
And the fathers. We gotta add a dad. We gotta add a dad come up too.
Pops.
Come on, Pop.
Come on, Pops.
We got to take that.
We gotta add a Pops too.
One question I got for you, Pops. How does it feel for your son to be a state champ?
Oh man, it feels wonderful. I'm trying to tell you, I'm living the dream, but this coach right here, man, Coach Chuck, coached 3 of my boys. And we gonna keep it moving back to back. Matter of fact, when my youngest coming in, we going 3 times.
So for y'all that don't think fathers be involved, we got fathers, mothers, coaches, we got a whole village here. Alright, and we got the players, and we looking forward to y'all having a repeat.
Hey, once again, man, shout out to Fairmont, state champs. Hey, guys, I want to see you guys again next year. Hey, develop that hunger, that society, y'all, man. If y'all had 3.5s this year, we need 3.8s next year.
We need some
4.0s next year, fellas.
We want to make sure that when we
challenge,
talk to
fellas.
y'all again next year, everybody is going to be situated going to college next year. That's the ultimate goal. Because we just had my brother who just was sitting here with us earlier, who got sentenced to 25 years, did 6, and is now an electrical engineering student at the University of Maryland. So if he could do it, it should be a cakewalk for y'all.
I guess I want to end off with this. One night, a father overheard his son pray, "Dear God, maybe tell me man my father is." Later that night, the father prayed, "Dear God, maybe tell me man my son want me to be." Fellas, y'all young men, fellas. Prayer key, fellas. Schoolwork key, fellas. Hey, next year, hey, all y'all look at me. Next year, man, we're going to take it to a whole different level. Ain't no games. Jesus, you already know what I'm talking about. Mandell, you already know what I'm talking about. Y2, you already know what I'm talking about. So I expect y'all to take y'all team to a whole different level. I hold y'all to a hell of a different standard than everybody else, fellas. Y'all know what it is. Y'all hear me? Hey, college next year. Let's make some things happen, man. Working class intellectuals.
So working class intellectuals, we about to be out of here. Got any last words? Team Mom? No? Coaches?
Yeah, I just want to thank my principal, Ms. Walker, my athletic director, Mrs. Lashley, for giving me this opportunity to lead these young men. And, We're gonna go back out there. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna buzz back next year.
Shout out to the Heights, salute to the Heights, salute to all the players, salute to the mothers, all the families, fathers, work class intellectuals. We out of here. Peace.